So we're back to our cider making process, and what we were trying to do is cause a flocculation of the cider to drop the particulates out of solution, so they were colloidal, and drop them down so like the yeast, any sort of little bits of pithy apple that was in there that's going to ruin the clarity of our drink. So if I take the lid off, hopefully you can see now. So if I go down a little bit, you can see, so there are some little bits floating on the top, so they've sort of stuck together nicely. But what's really interesting is if I look down, if you look to the left on the picture, just holding the lid so I'm struggling here, on the left here, down there, that is actually the bottom of the tub. So when I look, I can actually see the yeast at the bottom, which tells me that I'm getting clarity. Now obviously what you can do if you've got a tap at the bottom, so what we do is we tap off into another vessel that gets rid of the sedimentation. I can also put a little filter on here, and what will happen is I'll just capture any floating bits. Now what's kind of interesting is I've still got some bubbles coming up here and there, so if I look, not sure you can see any at the moment, just give it a second, you can see the odd bubble coming off, but I'll probably give it another 2 to 3 days. Typically we do about 5 days for this process, and it really does go clear. It's much worth it, and it can sometimes take away like a sort of unpleasant taint. Some people like the cloudiness, but actually quite often, particularly winemaking, you don't want a cloudy wine. So that's flocculation and the results of adding isinglass.